आमी वयतात तेन्ना हुई आमी डिसेंट वयतात. आमी वचनात लोकांक झगडपाक आनी आमी दुसऱ्या धमकी दिवपाक वचनात थिंगा. आमगे एक्सिडेंट पासून जालो जाल्यार दुसऱ्या जाग्यार ते सगळे लोक एकठांय जावन येतले आमकां मातले. आमगे चूक न्ही जाले पासून. आनी आमची गोंयकाराक ते म्हणटात की बायक लागली गाडी लागली म्हणून बायकाक जाली जाल्यार तुका रायट आसा पुलिसीक कंप्लेन करपाक. हेल्पलायन तुका आसा तूं कॉल करपाक. तुका रायट ना येवपाक आनी आमचे लोकांक मारपाक. तूं पळय टुरिस्ट which are coming here, some of the tourists, I have said in the assembly, we are getting third class tourists here. We are not getting quality tourists. And why are we not getting quality tourists? Because this is the decline of tourism infrastructure which we are seeing over here. Now, the fact, I will show you something which is not my making. It is something which the tourism department indirectly has acknowledged. And what is that they have acknowledged? That they are not able to manage the tourism department. How they are not been able to manage the tourism department? In January, when we opened the newspapers or our social media sites, we found that the tourism department was inviting tenders for some sort of a consultant to help to guide the tourism promotion board. Have you seen the tender? I call it a fraud. Why is it a fraud? Because it says detailed tender doesn't tell you what work you're supposed to do. What's your scope of the work? If you don't have scope of the work, this will be a channel just to flush out money which is being received by the government through these so-called consultants. I've spoken in the assembly, we got to get rid of these consultants. Many years, the government of Goa has run without consultants. You can have in specialized projects, unique projects, you could have a consultant. Like, you remember the double power project? It is one of its kind. It's not a regular road construction and all that. Road construction, building a park, why you require a consultant? Everybody can give you the advice. A good town planner or a good architect can tell you how to do it. But you don't require to get consultant because the consultant has to be paid fees in crores. He gets a commission of whatever work is done. You pay GST over that. And at the end of it, what do we get? I also believe there is kind of a corruption. Why do I say corruption? Because if he certifies, then the government approves. If he doesn't certify, then the government doesn't approve. So you're understanding what are the parameters for certification. And therefore, if we are going to have this kind of tourism which the department is sadly bringing, and I called this in the assembly, treks tourism. People come in treks. They eat on the road. They cook on the road. I don't want to say what more else they do on the road. It's disgraceful to say it. If tomorrow BJP was in opposition and they had to raise up these things that there was a failure on the part of the Congress government, would we say that you are spoiling the name of tourism, you are using influencers? If people tell you what they feel, if people tell you what they are seeing, and if people are speaking about it, what should you do? Don't run behind them. Don't arrest them. Find out what is wrong and try to cure that what they are trying to tell you. They may be sometimes small people. Today, in the constituency, I'm elected. And I have to hear even negative criticism. I will not shut it out. Because it's good for me. If someone tells me I've not done something or I'm running short, I'm running behind time, I have to keep my ears and eyes open. And I will find out. Same way the government should keep their ears and eyes open. If they're finding some slip is taking place, maybe they can justify and say we will not accept this and we will allow this to happen. Or they will say yes, this has happened, but we will not tolerate and we will not allow it to happen. Don't believe and don't simply blame. Only influencers are come here and influencers are hired just to do it. You understanding? This is the narrative which the government is trying to put up, that there are people who are being hired to destroy. Yes, that is part of the thing which anybody will do. Any rival, whether it's a hotelier, whether it's a club, they will always have rivals to promote theirs and put down another. That's part of it. You have to accept it in the system. But you can't solely blame influencers for that. Tourists, we had class tourists. We had good international tourists. We had charter tourists. Where are they gone? They are all trying to find other places. Remember one thing, it's like water finds its level, the tourists will find their own new spots. And therefore, if we don't get up now and we tell the tourists, even I think the government, what is this influencers? paying money to influencers to do what? Why do we need influencers? Does Goa need influencers? Or are you trying to say that Goa is going down the drain, so we are bringing influencers like insulin to pump them so that they come out of the diabetes they are suffering? It's not correct. We should not waste money. Have you also seen our tourism department is spending crores of rupees to advertise in Times Square in New York? Come on. Enough. Have you got a tourist coming from New York here? Do you think they even bother about coming here? Unless they are some relatives or they're coming for some wedding of their family members here. Do you think those people even bother to come out? You should know exactly how to tap the market. You need to see where people are going for tourism to other destinations. Tap that market. Don't try to break ground with market which will never come to you. You are only taking holidays along with your officials, having a good time at the cost of the state exchequer. And that is why I am saying this. Tourism going down, and we have this kind of tourists. It's not only tourists. We have a fight on the road. We had fights in the shack, murder in the shack. What is going on? Is this the type of tourism we want to promote and say that we all are welcome here to be murdered, to be beaten, and or we have to get beaten? It can't be this.
Sir, to spoil the name of Goa, कौन hire करता है?
Borpur Asa. First, I think tourism minister should be changed. Kita, you see the decline of tourism has come from then. The rest how it should be done is when our government comes in the chair, I will tell you exactly what should be done.